Okay, so I'm following behind Don. There's Don's rig there, and guess where we stopped? Look, can I zoom in on that? Yeah, I have to. Apparently, coming into town now, we need to get fuel. We're on our way to Rachel, Area 51, and Don spotted it. The infamous Clown Motel. There it is, right there. Now they've had movies, and the movies actually, they're horror movies, but included not only the Clown Motel, but also, let me see if I can turn it around. There it is right there. And it also included the cemetery right next door. You can see a very creepy cemetery too. You can see 1901 to 1911. The sign, actually, almost like a gravestone, so to speak. And right next to the Clown Motel. Let's go down and talk to Don and see what he's filming here. Okay, so Don, you didn't miss it. You saw it on the way into town. Yeah, welcome to the infamous Clown Motel.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you were going to stop.
I almost waited too late.
Yeah, I saw it. You managed it. There is a place to park right over to the side over there. You can kind of see where we parked right on the side of the road. Looks like they're doing a little bit of addition onto the front. Is it a cemetery of clowns? No, it's a regular cemetery. I don't think there are any clowns that park there. Oh. The video, if we make this one just so you can see, it was used in a few. I think there was at least 2. I don't know if there was 3 Clown Motel movies, but they were kind of horror movies.
Yes.
I've never really been into the horror movie thing. So, but the rooms are all clown. You can see the clowns on the front doors. They all have a clown theme, and that it is quite creepy.
Somebody lead us to somewhere. We're stuck here and we're never gonna leave. Stuck in the middle of nowhere.
Are you ready to go on? Hold on. Back behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, I had to catch the mic. I got it. Hello, Don. Don, Cowboy Biker Adventures, are with me. Welcome to Happy Hour Live.
How y'all doing?
We barely made it.
God, it's been a heck of a day.
It has been a heck of a day, but that was earlier. That was at the Clown Motel, and I didn't even plan on stopping.
I almost didn't stop in time.
You saw it.
Yeah.
We had talked about it before, and but it was so cold. I didn't figure that we would go in, but you saw it. I saw you parked over to the side. Oh, he's going after the Clown Motel.
I have to take pictures.
You have to take
I
pictures.
had to, make it short for future use.
Someday, I would like to stay and pick the freakiest room that they have in there.
Well, yeah.
They have one that's called the Stephen King room.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah, it's and maybe watch the Clown Motel movies. So,
Yes.
Even though
while you're there,
I'm not into the horror movie things, but so I haven't really seen them. I've watched and seen a few clips from them. And that motel is the centerpiece of the story. And I don't know, there's people get hacked up, bodies get hacked up. Anyway, I
haven't seen them either.
You haven't got first in the house, X-Fired Up. Glad to have you here. Miss Jennifer LaFord was trying to get there, but beat by X-Fired Up. Just probably.
expert.
He is an expert, absolutely. Cosmic Mermaid and Starman is here. RV Living Life. Jeff Edwards is in the house. WC RV Adventures. Rolling down RV Living Life. That is Mr. Gary. And if you like seeing Gary, I bet you we can talk him into being on next week.
Yeah.
It is open mic night the last Sunday live of every month is open mic night. And Gary, I enjoy having Gary on, you know. Yep. So hopefully maybe we could talk him into bringing Miss Carol, because
if they come on, they got to wear a Halloween costume.
I don't have a Halloween costume.
Well, I didn't say you did.
They have to.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, if they can't, nobody.
Not
can,
as
just
not,
Gary.
Well, not his. What do they call it? Not Speedo, but the other one.
Oh yeah, no, we don't want to see that.
No,
that was last week.
Yeah,
that was last week. So, oh my gosh. Okay, rolling right on down. 6549 Harry, how you doing? Glad to have you here. Let's see. You guys have been talking. I see it. Bead Trapper is in the house. Glad to have you here. Life with Lenny is in the house. Miss Laura WG Arch is in the house. Still kicking out. Miss Laura, she kicks out a lot of those Instagrams, and they are just gorgeous. So keep it up. If you don't belong to her Instagram, Miss Laura, put your Instagram name out there. I've got it saved. I don't remember it.
Isn't it the same as her sign in here?
It might be, but yeah, put it out there because I really enjoy that. W.S. Griffey is in the house. Cowboy Biker Adventures Don is right here, and there it is.
Yep.
Smile, Don.
Yeah,
it's me.
Yep.
So,
well, somebody asked me, is that an alien? Is that Don? Is that you or an alien?
It might be an alien. I'm just saying. Jim Bertrand is in the house. Glad to have you here. And Roland, Jim and Sue Finstead. We were talking about you last week. You missed the show last week, but we were talking about you. All right. Oh my gosh. What? Hag of the Hills is here. Glad to have you here. Guys, the live almost didn't happen. Should I tell him that story?
Yes,
Should I tell him that story?
Yes.
We are this is the little alien right behind us. And if you look on the right-hand side, right over there, there's the little spaceship that they have on the tow truck and the sign. And there is the little alien restaurant right behind us.
And the shirt.
And you got the shirt. Don has the shirt to prove it. So there you go. Gary is offering to show up for next week a sumo wrestler.
Oh no. That's as bad as oh God.
You don't want to see Gary as a sumo wrestler? He gets to wear his favorite costume. It's like that belt and G-string. No, Gary, now that I think about it, I just no. Next Exit is in the house. Hello, Mr. Bob and Miss Pearl. They both checking in at the same time. Glad to have you guys here. Looks like you two. Looks like you guys are making good progress to Area 51. We are actually a few days ahead of time.
Yeah.
We did not plan on being here, but there is a storm. If you come and Lori, RB Life, everybody on the West Coast basically is trying to stay out of the path of the storm that's been coming through. Yeah. And you saw on the way here, what did you see?
Oh no, we went around this mountain, and I guarantee it was less than a mile from the road. It was snowing on that mountain, which was probably I was 6,300 feet, and so the mountain was probably 7,000.
Yeah.
And then the mountains to the right of that even was just covered with snow.
Yeah, it's
well, what was it yesterday? Driven sand
blowing across the road
along with rain
in
my windshield wipers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. And it was blowing, I don't know what.
No.
What do you think? About 40 miles
Yeah,
an hour?
at least,
50, maybe
yeah,
50.
at least. We made it here though. We did have to leave the Sierra Nevadas though.
Had to.
We did get some hot springs time. We got hot, and we got to Bodie Ghost Town.
Yes.
And I don't have any clips. I'm going to prepare some clips I'll have for next week's show. We'll have those on. The Clown Motel was just, we haven't talked about why the live almost didn't happen, but because that I was working on the computer, guys, and we are talking a soldering iron. It was involved.
Yes.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
And he got, I would have bet money. There's no way.
Yep, I got it. But I had the laptop sitting on the couch, which is normally a safe place to be. Somehow, though, it managed to shift and fell very lightly onto the floor, but it landed on the plug-in.
Yes.
And it didn't hurt the laptop. It didn't hurt the port going into the laptop. It broke the plug-in. It broke the plug.
Yeah, I bet it was that road right up here. It down this hill.
It might have been. Yeah, and it might have been. And whatever it was just enough to shake it off. And normally I don't worry about anything sitting back here. Nothing really moves that much. Mm-hmm. But when I stopped, and we went in and had lunch. I didn't know about it then. And we came back out and I thought, I need to start getting ready for the live, and discovered it. And I don't want to say curse words, but there were curse words there. There were, I'm here to tell you. Yep. And, so you know what, Joe, the computer guy, I think he could relate. And they're two small wires had broken inside the plug, and
the end of the plug. Yes, that goes into the computer.
I managed to solder them together.
Don't know. Oh, you do have a little soldering iron.
I do have a little solder, yeah, and I have solder. I have soldered larger things, and without too much fear. These were tiny wires. These were, I had to put glasses on to see them. They were
melt away really easily.
Oh, and yeah, I panicked a little bit, and I thought, well, all I can do is try. And we are here tonight because that little plug is alive and kicking, and this is a terrible place to have a breakdown.
Yeah, there's no way.
There's nothing here. There's the nearest big city is Las Vegas, and that's a couple hours away. Yep. So
yeah, there's just
yeah.
Buy a t-shirt though.
Yeah, you can get a t-shirt. You can get I think you can get a coffee mug and some other things in there. I am sporting the Area51 mug. And what is that? What is that?
Something about Walmart. It keeps it hot and cold.
Can you not stay with the theme? You got the t-shirt.
Well, I looked today for a good mug, and only decent size one is big on top, small on bottom. That does not work. That does
not cut it. All right. Well, I'm gonna take you to Alien Research Center sometime this week.
Well, does that hold 12 ounces or more?
I think so, but I just keep it all leaks out. It's an inherent problem with all coffee cups. They put a big hole in them, and it all leaks out. Right. So I have to keep refilling it, and that's just Oh my gosh! So how are you guys doing out there? Well, let me see if I can get that. If you threw out a question, I missed it. I don't want to go back too far, but throw it out there again. Lapine last night storm through this week. They got some snow. That's Central Oregon.
Yeah, I was boondocking
in Lapine. Yeah, I was too. Yeah, that's where the Thousand Trails is out there. And
I meant at the snow park.
Yeah, and the snow park. And yeah, apparently they got snow. So
yeah, Dave, I was thinking today, I think we left a week too late.
You think so?
I think
October 1st has always been.
it feels like 34 out
I
there.
know. I don't think anybody is safe on the West Coast. If you were on the West Coast, chances I heard it was 70 down in southern Arizona. 70s, that's cold for them. People kind of panic a little bit because they have to get out a sweatshirt. So I'm just saying.
Well, I kind of do at 34 too.
Right? Yeah.
I don't like cold weather.
Yeah.
It's been cold for days.
Look at it. Gary is rubbing it in. 72 degrees in Canada. I assume he's up in Canada.
Yeah, but eventually it'll be 72
It's
below zero.
Yeah, with blazing sunshine. And notice he had to add on that little adjective, blazing sunshine.
Well,
not just regular.
We had a little some because on the way here I was looking at my solar and I was getting almost 1,100 watts at times.
Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, well, we had good sunshine today. Yesterday, not so much. Yesterday, we struggled with clouds and storm blowing in, and it was time we had to get down. So we drove all the way down from the Sierra Nevadas and made it down to just outside of Tonopah, Nevada. There's a rest area that I like. It's a nice rest area.
Yep.
And we got down there, and
so far no mice.
Knock on wood. I've picked up mice every time I've been to that rest area. That's the only bad thing that I can say. And I don't have Miss Karen here to kill the mice. So
well, I think I know why, Dave.
No, that Miss Karen isn't here.
No, why you get mice?
Oh, well,
you picked the spot next to the trash can.
And the water. There's water.
And they got a little bowl so they can drink from the little water bowl.
So they're free to roam and check it all out. So
right outside your front door.
So far, yeah. No.
Goodness. I've never had one yet. So
Ms. Pearl says at least the cups leak over your lower lip.
Good point.
You know, it is a good point. At least it's not over my shirt, or sometimes it is that though.
Usually.
Yeah, we need to come to Canada to warm up. Yeah, I'm starting to think that maybe we do.
Well, hopefully by Tuesday.
Yeah. Back of the Hills had had to get my jacket out to walk the dog. Windy, 70 degrees. Yeah, you must be down south. I think that she's down in Quartzsite down that way. Mm. Yeah. It's cold down there. It's
apparently the wind here is not the same wind there.
Right. Yeah. Here it is cold. There's a reason we are inside.
It'll cut you.
Yeah, it just comes through jackets, pants, if you wear pants.
Yeah, well, it's too cold not to.
Yeah. No. We got over. Well, let me back up. Can I back up for just a minute? Let me see if I can find this. I had a thumbnail last week that it's a small world, and we went through the whole live, and I forgot to mention what happened.
Yeah,
we were sitting at Hope Valley, and it was morning, and I'm having my coffee, and I text my brother who knows about. He actually showed me Hope Valley. Mm-hmm. Now my brother just got done with a trip over to the East Coast. So last time I heard from him, they were in Iowa or something like that. And we're only talking a few days. We talk every few days. So I'm thinking Nebraska, Iowa.
Yeah.
And I send him a text early in the morning because he's an early riser like I am. And I just said, I'm here at Hope Valley. Apparently the secret is out because there were a ton of people there. And so I was just letting him know there are a ton of people here. It's not my fault. I did not put it out on the live. I did not put it out in video, although it is part of my intro. And he responded back and he said, yeah, it's cold. Where are you at? And I said, Hope Valley, right? Right the spot that we stayed at, 15 minutes later, let me see. I want to see if I can find that video and share that with you. So this was Let's see. Where did that go to? Hold on one second. And I think that I can share that with you. Oh, there it is right there. 15 minutes later, this happened. I don't think there's any I don't think there's any sound. I apologize for that.
Okay.
That was his wife, Sherry, is
Taking the
filming.
video. Oh, okay.
And I was blown away. They just happened to be about a quarter mile away at a snow park. They didn't go into where we normally stay because there's so many people there.
Right.
And
So I think Snow Park was a little warmer, actually.
yeah, it might have been. It might have been. I apologize if there was no audio with that. That was just a raw video that Sherry, his wife, had taken. I was blown away.
Yep.
I'm literally texting my brother, and how does that even happen?
Right.
Yeah, how does that even happen? Yeah, he had just got there the day before, the same day that we got there, and saw that it was so full. They headed over to the snow park, which is not too far away. We probably should have done the same.
Yeah, asphalt parking.
Asphalt parking.
Wouldn't have fires though.
But you know me in snow parks, I'm okay with it. I mean, they're pretty nice places to stay. So there's my son. Glad to have you here. Chris Anderson's right there. It was a cool surprise. Yeah, I haven't even talked to my son to let him know that happened. But yeah, it was I was blown away. And it wasn't like they waited a long time. He came right over. Once he found out that we were right there, he came right over. So, in fact, it was still early morning. I think you were still doing your coffee thing in the rig, so you didn't get to meet him. But he came by later. We spent some time and hung out and sat by the fire. And yeah.
And then him and his wife came back the next day, I think.
Yep. So hunting. Chris, how's the hunting? Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it in a lot. Oh, I did.
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah, I just happened to stop by my son's house on the way out of town, leaving for the summer. And the next day was opening day of hunting season. I haven't been hunting with him in the last 5 years. And he thankfully had a place where he hunts that was about 5-10 minutes away. We ended up going out the next morning for opening day of hunting. It was an absolute blast. Love doing that. So yes, we did.
That's good.
Yeah. Don, have you found out or had a chance to find out if Starlink is going to work here at Area 51?
Well, let's see. What do you think we're using right now, folks?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, it will work at the front gate.
Will it work at the back gate?
Or back gate,
or the boondocking location? Or
I think it'll work boondocking.
You think?
It's the gates.
It's the gates? Yeah. And we are planning some lives. We're going to do some special lives during the week. And we want to, I don't know how long we'll make them, but we're going to basically take you to the front gate and the back gate.
I'm trying.
Yeah. And if the government is watching, yeah, we're coming.
I don't think they're too worried.
I don't. Although we have a GoFundMe just in case.
Yeah. It's not like we're trying to give away secrets.
No, exactly. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it is. So, WS Griffey said Wi-Fi or Starlink. We are on Starlink. We are next to the little alien. That's it in the background there. That's it that you see the lights on there. And where we're sitting right now is you almost can't reach the Wi-Fi.
Right.
So if you're gonna, we've done lives before. You have to be really close to the store to do that. But had a bowl of chili over there. Thank you for that, by the way. Don bought lunch today. We had some chili over it, and We didn't talk about it. We were talking about everything else. It was good chili.
It was.
Yeah, I thought
French
it was really good.
fries. French
So,
fries.
yeah, next exit says the Starlight probably doesn't work in the brig.
Unless the Lowe's put it on top of the cell.
Again, we need a GoFundMe.
Did you notice that when I first put it out, I put it on my trailer like I do sometimes, just so people less likely mess with it?
Right.
And the antenna or whatever, the dish.
Right.
And it was flat. It wasn't even in position yet. And it was already trying to move. I took it down.
Yeah, we had some winds blowing also when you said that. Yeah. So, and you really need some little sandbags or something to put on those legs.
Well, these strong winds, you'd have to clamp it down.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I think so.
Yeah, it was.
I just put it on the ground. No big deal.
Now, I don't think I'm going to just throw the question out there, though, because I don't know if people know it. Can the Starlink freeze? I mean, this is just so you know, the head it finds the signal itself. It actually moves automatically, and but
well, the flat dish actually that flat surface can form ice on it. So you can turn on defrost on it.
Okay.
And it will come on automatically when it needs it.
Okay. So I didn't know that. That actually came up at Hope Valley because we had some cold weather there, and I didn't expect there would be a defroster in there.
I don't think I had it turned. I mean, it was on originally as default,
right?
But I turned it off some point to save energy.
Okay.
But I think after Hope Valley, I turned it back on.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. I thought that was interesting. Oh my gosh, let's see if we can go. So Scott uses a bungee cord to the rear ladder.
There you go.
Yeah,
but I have a Rhino Blue. What is it? What do they call it? Portable. That you put your flush dump your tanks in.
All right.
A Blue Boy.
A Blue Boy, yeah.
I've got it to my ladder, so I can't climb up my ladder.
Yeah, you'd have to take that down to attach anything to your ladder as well. So Gary says you need a cowboy biker adventure, you need a Starlink flag buddy. They're great.
I have a flag retractable flagpole extender, but it's kind of messed up. I usually fly I did for the first year and a half, I think.
Right.
American and Texas flag.
I still don't have, I feel bad saying this, I still don't have a flag. I don't have a flagpole. I don't have a flag. Boo on me.
Well, yeah. It can be a pain.
Maybe in Quartzsite, they sell a lot of flags, flagpoles, and all that stuff out there.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to, throw, some money at Quartzsite and some of the vendors out there, because every year I see tons of flags. I don't know if there's an in particular one that would be better than the other, but yeah. Let's see. Flagpole, you can mount it without climbing the ladder, specifically made for the Starlink.
Okay.
All right. That's something to look into. We haven't had any problem. You generally set it out.
I know that limits it because sometimes the back of the coach is under trees.
Right.
I like flexibility. Now, I did see one out at Bend Sun River, 1,000 Trails. The guy had a tripod, and I think I found it. I took pictures. I never talked to him, but I found it on Amazon, and you can put the pole up, and he had about 25 foot just freestanding.
Nice.
And I'm sure he anchored the feed in with tent poles or tent pegs or something.
Right. I noticed a flag. I think Bob, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's on Bob's rig. It actually mounts to the side, and actually holds it to the side of the coach rather than the rear ladder.
Well, Rob's been putting it, just climbing on up his ladder, and looked like just putting it on the roof.
Yeah, I think he was using it for a flagpole, but
Yeah.
that's an option. That's an option. So because you can't get at your ladder because of the Blue Boy, but if it goes inside mount, then you probably could.
Well, that's when I put it on the trailer sometimes.
Right.
That'll get me the best view.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, let's see. What else did we? So we got to Bodie. We got to Bodie.
Oh,
is that something? We were.
Tell them the secret about going up to Bodie. What can you do there?
Oh my gosh, it's not on Campendium, guys, and it's not on free campsites.
I think about 4 of them.
Yeah, but on the way up to Bodie, there is plenty of boondocking locations. Some of them are right on the side of the road. It's just a wide cutout on the road.
Right. But some not.
But you know, the thing is that there's nobody going up that road at night.
Mm-hmm. And the best part is paved for 10 of the 13 miles.
Yeah, it's paved for 10 of the 13 miles. It is easy on, easy off. You could park there and go easily run up to Bodie and see it. And I try to, you know, we talked about this. You know, you tell somebody, oh, we're going to go to a ghost town. Well, everybody in their mind thinks a ghost town. Oh, you know, it might have a couple of broken down buildings and a few foundations, which is generally what you find.
Mm-hmm.
Up there, there's really a town still left up there.
There is.
Yeah.
I would guesstimate 70 or 80 or more buildings.
Yeah. Yeah. And 50 of them, I think you were saying, they're numbered and they have them on the map.
On the brochure.
So,
$3 brochure is worth it.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. And it tells you the kind of a brief history of each building, who owned it and what they did. And I just, you know, it never lets me down going there. So
yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
Cool cemetery.
We didn't have enough time though.
No.
We got up there. We had a few hours.
We had to leave part of it out.
We had to leave a lot of it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's I dare say you'd have to spend all day up there too.
And if you get there early enough, you get to take a walking tour through the mining equipment, the mining buildings. I assume.
Yeah, they have a walking tour that goes through the standard mill, and that's the only way to get close to the last remaining mill that's up there. I guess there is 3 or 4 up there.
You mean mine?
Yeah, the mines that everybody worked at. And I've never been into that. So that is definitely something that I want to do and learn that you have to be there by 1 o'clock.
Yes.
Because the walking tour leaves at 1 o'clock.
Well, they did a 4, but who wants to do it at 4?
Did they do a 4? You saw that? Okay. Yeah. Well, and we were pressed for time. You know me, I have to be back for happy hour. So
and hot springs.
And hot springs. So enjoyed the hell out of the hot springs as well.
About 104, 105.
Oh, it was perfect. It was perfect. And we had a couple of people there that was good company. We just sat there and chatted. I bet we were in the water for an hour anyway.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, but we were pretty well cooked by the time we got out of there.
Oh, it felt good.
Oh, it felt too good. Too good. All right, let's see. RVing with G says, what did I miss? Okay, so let's go over should I play the Clown Motel? And no,
have you played yet?
I played. Yeah, that was on the intro, so that was just a.
By the way, you know, tying into Bodie, what we did yesterday, you might want to talk about that.
Okay, talk to me. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Mono Mills.
Oh,
is it Mills or Mill?
It's Mono Mills, and that is where the logging mill was, the lumber yard. And I just told you to stop there on the way out, and because it kind of ties up where all the lumber came with. If you see and you go to Bodie, and there's tons of wood buildings around there, and you wonder where all the wood came from. They actually had a mill, and a railroad, a narrow gauge railroad that took lumber straight over to Bodie.
Like 38 miles or 32 miles.
Yep, and and that mill was in charge of cutting and making all the lumber that they use and that you still see on the buildings there. Now, all the tracks and everything from the train are gone, but you can still see the remnants of the mill and
railroad ties.
Yeah, and railroad ties, absolutely. So, and I thought that would be a great place to stop and meet up on the way over and just kind of go over that and kind of tie that up. So,
and did you mention Bodie is like 9,000 feet? So
9,000,
and there's no trees, so you know they use a lot of firewood.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking 1870s, 1880s.
Yeah, 1877 to 1883, I think is what they were talking about.
But you might mention what else Bodie was first for.
Okay.
In California.
Oh, the power? Are we talking about the power?
Yeah.
They have power. They had telephone poles carrying power in.
Yes.
Kind of a humorous story with that. Now they were going to get it by hydropower. And the nearest creek that they could run this hydropower from was just a few miles away. But they were worried that because electricity was so new and so, they didn't know everything about it, you would have to make turns in the lines bringing them to the town. And so they opted for building the hydroelectric plant about 15 miles away. And the reason that they did that, they thought that if they made turns with the power lines, that the electricity would jump off the wires and not make it to the town.
Don't know what you don't know.
So,
yep.
So they went the long route. That was only there, I think it was a year or two, and an avalanche of snow took out the hydroelectric plant.
Oh, well.
But you can still see the telephone poles going straight through the middle of town.
And the wires to the houses.
And the wires to the houses are still going there.
It looks like wire that you would make a fence out of.
Yeah.
But it had coating on it that has this, gotten so old it fell off.
Yeah, yeah.
But guess what? Bob, we found you the perfect.
Oh, we did. Yeah.
You want to tell them?
No, we're going to leave it for the video.
Yeah,
we found that we can solve all your problems with what we found up there at Bodie,
Sure did.
Yeah. So we'll definitely, when we kick that video out, we talked about it. We had a little discussion going on. So Bob, the next video for Bodie, you're gonna have to watch because so that's what you missed there. RV with G.
There's so much stuff.
There he is. Oh my gosh, do it. Thinking about stopping at Bodie tomorrow, but the low there is 10 degrees. Oh, that's cold.
Well, I don't think I'd stop at 9,000 feet during this.
Yeah, I don't know unless all the bad weather is gone. That is 9,000 feet. They still talk to this day about the snow drifts of 10 feet or more in Bodie when people actually live there.
I'm kind of surprised they're still open.
Ooh, yeah.
Monday, this time of year.
Everything is closing down. Bridgeport, we went and had lunch there. Had a terrible time. We were trying to get breakfast there before we headed up to Bodie, and everybody was planning on closing. Those towns up in there in the Sierra Nevadas, they pretty much closed down this time of year. They don't stay open.
That was less than 2 miles from where it was boondocking.
Yeah, absolutely. And that wasn't at 9,000 feet. You have to drive up to Bodie.
I think that was 7,200.
Yeah.
We're, I believe, at 48 here.
4,800?
47.
Yeah,
48.
Probably somewhere in that neighborhood. Gary, I don't know what you're talking about. Really?
What do you do now?
We found unlimited weed.
You found unlimited weed. I didn't.
I didn't. We can tell where Gary's mind is. Gary,
I have no idea.
You have to be on next week to explain yourself. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have any clips. I planned on showing clips of Bodie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I unfortunately was doing laptop. I was MacGyvering.
No kidding.
I was MacGyvering. So
Yes.
yep, and it works. We're here tonight, so I'm gonna need a new AC adapter. But
What do you mean?
well, that one is kind of broken and and resoldered and all that. So just
AC adapter.
that's the plug.
You mean the new?
I'm
You're gonna get a new one.
I'm gonna need a new. Yeah, I'm gonna need a new plug.
As long as it gets you through the next few weeks.
Yeah, that's all we need because we are here at Area 51. We're planning on
2 weeks, right?
Yeah, about 2 weeks.
If we make two weeks in one day, we could have 3 lives.
Yep. Well, we're gonna have multiple because I think we've got a lot of ideas, guys. Where I'm looking forward to doing that, and we've never had internet up here to actually be able to do it from the boondocking location, overlooking Area 51. So I am thinking we're going to have some special lives, and we're going to go out to the front gate. We're going to go to the back gate. I say that they have the white bus that goes by at 8:00 in the morning and also goes by at 5:00 at night. We should probably have a little something just so people get to be a part of it. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe, and we will take you there because this next couple weeks should be interesting. So,
speaking of lives, I want to thank you, and I want to thank Bob and Pearl.
Oh, was that fun or what?
For doing my first live with me Wednesday.
Nice job.
Oh no,
job.
y'all did it. They put it, and thank y'all for watching because I know a lot of y'all did. But they put out notices on their channels, and that's why I had people watching. Yeah,
so you don't know, Cowboy Biker Adventures, we are on a subscription marathon here. We subscribe to his channel. He just did his first live. Now, you kind of got the nerves coming up to the live.
Oh, I was. Well, we had to set up. Was it Yard Stream or something?
The StreamYard.
StreamYard, and and I've never done one before. There's a lot of stuff behind the scenes.
Yep.
And that day I had to drink tanks, I had to do laundry. It was rush, and I
promise you, when you're doing the lives, that feeling of did I get everything covered? Did I get everything ready? I still feel to this day, and guys, I thought I had been doing the live for a couple of years. I've actually been doing it 3 years, and still to this day, I was telling Bob, we were sitting there talking about it. My happy hour before the happy hour, my happy hour starts at 5:00.
Yeah.
I have it at 6:00 because I need a couple of happy hour drinks before the live, just to kind of settle me, because there is a little bit of anxiety. There is a little bit of, and you kind of felt that, huh?
Oh, big time. But it's also hard to hit a mark in time. I was just telling you a while ago, your lives, hitting them on time is about as bad as committing to a video on a certain day every week. It puts pressure.
Yeah, there's pressure to get it out there.
To get it done.
You're looking at, do I have signal? Can I pull this off? Do I, there's any number.
Live even adds to all that.
Yeah. So you did fantastic.
Well,
Cowboy Biker Adventures. If you're not subscribed to his channel, subscribe. We are going to do also Area 51 stuff on your channel. And I think we can probably see if we can get some starlight, some nighttime, and I don't know how that's going to work. But if you're curious and you ever wanted to overlook Area 51, we're both putting that out on the channels, and wherever you decide to catch it, that is, you know, you
Cool.
definitely want to be subscribed to catch all of those coming up. But I thought you did a fantastic job in your first live.
Well, again, I had 3 people who knew what they was doing. That
Bob and I didn't know what we were doing.
Oh yeah, you do. You've been doing it 3 years.
I still don't know what I'm doing. I was soldering. I was MacGyvering before the live tonight.
I mean, I go in to do the live and set it up, and I had it all set up, and then it says, "Where's you need you need streaming video or something."
Right.
So it's like, wow.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Let's see if I can turn it. There we go. I think we had a comment on the lighting. It was too bright.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. How's that, Jim? Jim threw that. He said,
good. It's easier on my eyes.
It is easier on the eyes, but you know, that light has really come in good. So,
thank you, Gary, for the compliment.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
That's towards the bottom. Jim too.
Yeah, no, I thought you did great. I was
so nervous.
RVing with G would like to see Area 51. Don has volunteered to go in through the gates and just drive on down there to Area 51. We need
no, I did not volunteer.
It probably
I
hasn't.
won't even fly a drone in there, so it's got a serial number that will be attached to me, even though it's the 249 gram, don't have to be registered.
Right.
I guarantee you.
But
it's like a gun.
Right.
If your state don't register guns, no big deal. They track down the striations that the company shot it at the factory, and they track it down where it was sold and who bought it.
Yep, absolutely.
It just
11 days. Tina, RVing with G. Tina and I am heading south in 11 days. Well, you're not already south. If you're not already south, you better get south, because it's not good weather.
Oh, he was talking to Tina.
Oh.
Yes. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm headed south in 11 days. RVing with G said. So yeah, I missed the first half of that conversation. Let's see here. Yeah. So you know, RVing Gary giving you a thumbs up. He has most productive. I'm telling you, he is the most productive YouTuber I know of. You are putting out content and stuff on Instagram, on Shorts, on YouTube.
That's right.
Yeah, and guys, he's over there working. He's over there editing videos, and it is your. I have so many things I have to work on, like soldering wires. When do you have time?
You're the MacGyver. I'm not.
So what do we what did we miss anything this week though? I wanted to catch up from last week and make sure to let my brother know it was appreciated that we ran in. I didn't know he was going to be up there.
Yeah.
And so it was absolutely fantastic. And I'm kind of glad that there was no sound with that clip, because I may or may not have dropped a little F-bomb right at the front when he was standing at my front door. So,
well, we did get to visit with Bob and Pearl.
That's right. We got
Mexican Train.
Yep, we got more games of Mexican Train in. We got up there with Bob and Pearl at South Lake Tahoe. We just went up there. We were supposed to be there for 4 days.
Right.
But there was a storm coming in where you and I are both looking at that storm thinking, okay, how do we make this happen? Because it was supposed to be there the day that we were originally scheduled to leave.
Well, where we went and left, I guess that'd been Saturday morning. We just missed it by an hour or two because the warning signs was saying, you got to have chains, folks. You got to have chains and watch out for the high wind.
And I don't carry any chains. Do you carry chains? Yeah. And I don't recommend chains. I mean, if you've got to be someplace where you need chains, you're wrong.
And we left probably 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I bet you that weather was there by 1.
Yeah, it probably was.
So-
It probably was. Even when we originally thought that maybe we'd stop at Mono Mills on the way down and stay there overnight, you were even thinking when you got there that
That's what you want to do, but it was still high altitude,
and you could see it coming over the mountain.
Yeah.
It was you could
it
see
was
the
too
rain.
close.
Yeah, and any rain up in the Sierra Nevadas at that high up.
Of course, that road out there be cool on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
For about 40 miles.
Yeah.
And to Benton Hot Springs.
Yeah, that was Highway 120 coming down
Right.
Lee Vining and on
Well,
down.
it's even worse on the other side of Yellowstone.
Oh, is that right?
Yellowstone, yeah, Yosemite.
Okay. Okay.
That's the one that goes through Yosemite.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And I knew that, but I've never been down that way.
Yeah.
Now you've been that way.
Oh, don't
Yeah.
take your rig there.
But motorcycle is
Oh, it would have been cool. It
Yeah.
was so windy and
yeah.
mountainous. It was really cool.
Yeah. And going 120 out from Lee Vining to Benton, and that is headed east, and that's to get that is kind of the shortcut route for going through to Tonopah.
Yeah. And didn't you say the sign said didn't recommend you do that?
Yeah, it said on the sign when I turned off onto that road, it says long vehicles not
Oh, yeah.
recommended,
Oh, yeah. I did
and
see
carry snow chains,
Yeah.
traction device, which I don't have. But I knew that we were going to blow through. I knew that we were going
Right.
to get through before any snow or rain actually hit us. But it says right on Google Maps, not recommended during winter.
I wouldn't want to do that road if it's
No.
slick.
No.
Woo.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful drive.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully you like roller coasters
Yes.
because there was a section when you get down to the flats. I lost my stomach several times.
Oh no.
It
Of
goes
course, you
down.
may have
and
went faster.
I was going fast. I was generally doing 62.
I was
and,
worried about my tongue on my trailer,
and this is on a highway, and it's
This
going
is a
up and
highway.
down, and
Yeah.
it's and you get that kind of same thrill that you get on a roller coaster. That I'm going to lose my stomach on this one. So it was. I love that road, but that part I forgot to warn you about. So sorry about that, Don.
It's okay. We survived it.
Right. We got a mic. No, we got it. Let's see. We got RVing with G. I'm new to all this RV life. It will be Q the 14th up until April, leaving Walker Lake on 6th November.
Oh, you're gonna be in Courtside to April.
It gets a little warm.
You
It
might
starts-
want to hang out in the nudist area where you don't have to put on hot clothes.
Why would you? Why? What?
It's hot.
You don't even hang out there.
No, I wouldn't do it.
No.
I
So
only
don't
wanna-
recommend that they hang out there.
Well, he's gonna be in Courtside in April.
Yeah, it does get warm. If you start getting, around March, you start feeling the heat.
I don't even want. Yeah, I mean Yuma, same way. You
Yeah.
gotta get the heck out of Dodge. Maybe the middle of April get away with it.
Right.
I did this past year.
Yeah. I think, but April is probably the latest that you want to stay,
Yep.
and then you want to be heading north because the weather starts hitting the hundreds very shortly afterwards, and it stays that way all summer long. So
And hundreds is almost as bad as 20 or 15.
yeah. Oh, they'll be passing through Tonopah in 2 weeks.
Oh, cool. They get to
Okay, two
Don't-
tips.
go for it.
2 tips. All right. Get your propane before you get to
That's what I was
Tonopah.
gonna say.
All right. And the Miller Rest area is still open for dump and water.
Well, it was today.
It was today because we filled up and dump.
Yeah.
But
I had a nightmare though.
yeah, well, you got it covered. You got it
Okay.
covered. So, but yeah, that's You can dump in at the casino in Tonopah, and it's like $10, I think, but we didn't have to do that.
Right.
So I would recommend Miller Rest Area. Did you like it there?
Yeah, I had no problem.
Yeah.
I can see where it gets busy.
Yeah.
They ought to put full hookups with coin operation or something for 50
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's that popular. They
Yeah.
make money.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there weren't many people when I first showed up there. There was nobody there. So let's get in and let's see if we can't do an update real quick on the fantasy football. Let's see if I can pull up the league. And I'm going to see. Let's see. Come on now. Where is it? Where is it? Standings right now. Overall, and let me prepare this page just so that I can show you, and we will get the top 10 in here. Again, we have 20 teams for the fantasy football, and these are as of last week. Did you win your game last week?
I did finally.
You did? Okay, good.
The second win.
All right. So let me throw it out there real quick. Share screen, and we are going to go with a tab, and there it is right there. Let's throw it up there. All right, here you go. OE, stay out of my end zone right there at number 1 spot. Gunner.
Who is that?
I don't know. Some clown. Because Gunner is in the number 2 position, moving up 1 spot. Here to win has moved up 1 spot. Flying Monkeys, 6 places. Look at that. Moved up 6 places.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Good for you. Here's who I feel sorry for. Miss Carrie here for the tailgate party. I don't even know how I won my game last week. The probability was probably 99% to Miss Carrie to win that one. Unfortunately, that by beating her, she moved down 3 spots. Right there, you can see it. Wandering Stars, that's Cosmic Mermaid and Starman. Moved down 1 to number 6. Sassy Pants, that's Miss Jennifer LaFord right there. Number 1, moved up number 1 spot, excuse me. She's in the number 7 spot. Damage Inc. moved down 2 spots. End Zone Dancing, that's our own Miss Karen. Down 2 spots right there. And Don't Be a Karen moved down 1 spot to number 10. So if you don't recognize some of those names, we're feeling, I put them out there. We had recommendations, and I also put it out there on fantasy football so that people could join in. And let's see if I can switch on back over here. And we had some people that we don't know that actually joined in on it, and some of them have been doing pretty good.
Yes.
So
it's tougher with 20.
John, I didn't see Cowboy Biker Adventures in the top 10.
Well, that's because I went from 19 to 16.
Okay, so you're up 3 positions.
Yep.
Okay, and how's this week's game?
I should win unless the opponent's defense scores 20 points.
Okay. All right.
That's all they got left.
We're going to find out next week. So, all the games kind of complete on Monday night after the Monday night game. So that's when the league kind of completes that week and they move on to the next week. I'm hoping that you do better, Doc. I'd like to see you move up into the top 10 at least.
I'm trying.
All right.
It's tough with 20 teams.
It is.
There's not many players available.
Absolutely. Oh, Hag of the Hills, courtside. It's a dry heat.
Yeah, so is my oven.
Okay? So is it.
So I don't get that dry heat. Ovens are dry either. Too. You're not going to go there. So get over. That's a mental game people play to convince you to live places like that.
Right.
Because otherwise you'd go, I'm stupid enough.
No, that's
but you get convinced mentally.
Right.
It's a dry heat. My sister does that all the time about Vegas and Pahrump.
She's in Pahrump now.
She was Vegas.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, it's dry heat.
Dry heat my ass.
tell us what you really think, Dawn. Life with Lenny is throwing an RV living life. I just Googled white glove sewer and your video showed up. I didn't.
My video?
No, I think he's talking about RV.
That? Oh.
He said talking about. No, I didn't shoot that and put that out there. I wouldn't do that to you. But
there was no mess to be seen.
No, it was you. Yeah, you could have gone white glove on it, but apparently, Gary, RV Living Life is apparently he's kicked one out there. So there you go. Oh my gosh. We are at the top of the hour. Let's see. Just looking through. Dawn, you definitely have some pin. You know, Bob and I were sitting there talking. Bob had an excellent idea for you.
Oh, what's that?
The World According to Dawn.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, you need to make you because you have some entertaining but very opinionated ideas. You could put that out there, and the World According to Dawn.
It's funny that you mentioned that because about 85, a buddy of mine filmed me with, sitting around drinking, and that's
the worst time.
It was hilarious. But man,
where can we find that video?
It's a VHS.
Oh, it was a VHS. You got to get that, and you could convert it over to digital, and then you could make your own video of it. But that would be a great, there you go. People getting to know you. The World According to Dawn. We said it here first, and you'll
have to look up Rick Presley in Arlington, Texas.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. The dry heat means you can die of heat exhaustion without sweating. All right. We have to round this one up because we are over time. From Area 51, I am so looking forward to the next couple of weeks.
Yeah,
and
me too.
If the weather turns, if there's snow.
And you got another gate that I haven't been to, right?
Yeah. I don't know. We might have another gate. Somebody told me about it.
Okay.
So I don't.
Find it.
Yeah, I don't know if we might do. We might ride out to those.
Right.
But I don't know. I have to get out there and see it and film it, and then hey, we found a gate.
Gotcha.
So. But I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up tonight. And Dawn, you know what? It's been a blast traveling with you. We're still together. We're doing Area 51 together. Dawn's channel, Cowboy Biker Adventures. Look him up. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. We're trying to get him up to 1,000 subscribers, guys. So, and Dawn, yeah, and you put in the work. So,
you don't even have to watch. You just got to subscribe.
Yeah, just subscribe. Yeah.
No,
you just like it. Yeah.
But subscribe.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna give Miss Laura. She doesn't get the last word of the night. She's got it tonight.
Cool.
Yeah. Have a great week, everybody. We will see you guys. I don't know, in the next couple days. Depends on how cold it is.
I think tomorrow's gonna be cold.
Yeah. But we are planning on being out. And if you want to see Area 51, and as much as we can show you, we will be putting out mobile lives, and we'll be putting out videos while we're here, and just enjoying this place.
Yes.
So we will see you guys next week. It is open mic night. Join us. You can join on the show, Gary.
That's right.
Gary knows. I don't have to tell Gary.
No, you don't.
I don't have to tell Gary. But you can join Gary and I and Dawn. Because Gary, he's going to be there.
Yep. He's going to be there.
All right.
Looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it. All right, guys. Have a good night. Have a good week. Live life full time. We will see you guys next, couple days. I usually say next week.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So take care, everybody.